CKJ Crypto News. I'd like to welcome everybody to CKJ Crypto News. CKJ Crypto News live stream. We have a huge show planned today. I ran across a hell of an article. Another milestone reached as Ripple XRP works towards mass adoption. And this is actually a really huge article. It basically says that Ripple XRP can be used for this Xpring initiative where ICOs can basically raise funding through Ripple. They don't have to pretty much raise funding through people no more. ICOs forever change the way startups and entrepreneurs raise funds. So this is huge. We'll get in more in that article in 1 second. And also, we'll cover this a little bit. Ethereum could be the next Apple. And I like to take this word, me personally, I like to take this word Ethereum out and put Ripple there. Because basically, after this Xpring article, we can kind of say that Ripple word could be in here. Other than this is his personal belief, and I have my personal beliefs. So we'll cover that article a little bit also. And of course, I do want to touch in this article right here. We talked about this earlier on a video, but I didn't live stream about it. Federal Reserve controls Coinbase, CoinDesk, Kraken, and Ripple. Somewhat 20% conspiracy theory, 80% facts, I believe. But it's still a hell of an article. It pretty much shows how small the world of investors is. The people that are controlling the most. And it goes back to our old best friend article right here. Federal Reserve Task Force. Ripple improves speed and transparency. Ripple is the new standard for innovation when it comes to this revolution. Ripple is going to be huge. From all the research that I have done, it has led me to that over and over and over again, no matter how much research I do. And don't forget, you can follow me on Twitter, CKJ at CKJ Crypto News. I pretty much tweeted all these articles. You can follow me on Twitter, check them out, check the authenticity of them. It means the world. So, are we back in here now on the live stream? Can anybody hear me? Is this thing live? Because it's still giving this one from last time. I think I may have messed the stream up because I cut it off short last time. But I'm not sure if we're registering yet as far as people being able to hear me. We'll just give it 1 second. Well, I see the watching count going up. Loco, can you hear me, my friend? Okay, we're back. I apologize for that. I see you told a few jokes in the meantime, didn't pay his bill. Nah, I actually said the wrong thing as soon as I started, and I just didn't want that video to go up with me starting the video off wrong. So then I had to end the live stream and start it over. So everybody can hear me loud and clear. I'm about to say hello to everybody. I just want to give you a quick rundown on what we'll be discussing this evening. It's huge. This one right here, another milestone. The good news just does not stop for Ripple. If there's anybody that doubts Ripple, it's got to be people that's actually not doing their research. Ripple is huge. The tie-ins are huge. The backing is huge. Here on CKJ Crypto News, we say the proof is in the partnerships because the proof is in the partnerships. This is about the Xpring initiative and ICO and funding and how pretty much there could be a new standard on how we move forward with financing these companies. So this is going to be huge. And we'll talk a little bit about this. Ethereum could be the next Apple. Steve Wozniak. I know I talked about this the other day, but I believe that this word Ethereum could be replaced with the word Ripple. Because after this Xpring article, it pretty much says the same thing. And Federal Reserve controls Coinbase, CoinDesk, Kraken, and Ripple. I talked about this earlier in the video, but I kind of wanted to touch on it a little bit in the live stream. This is a huge, huge article. And actually, this writer sounds very familiar. He says, when researching this material, I do what I always do. I follow the money. And that's exactly what I do. I follow the money, and that's what compels me to invest. And our good old friend right here, Federal Reserve Task Force, Ripple improves speed and transparency of global payments. This is huge. Like, ever since I've seen this one article right here where Federal Reserve pretty much vouched for Ripple, I knew that I was on to something huge. And that led us to the DC group, which we talked about last night, which this team right here, I'm pretty much going to be doing a lot of research on this team over the next few days and weeks. And we'll get a lot of good information out of that, that's for sure. So that's what we're going to be talking about. Let me say hello to everybody in the group. See who's in here. Chucky Loco, how you doing, my friend? Jemize87. Sandra V, how you doing? Sandra V, you got your Litecoin correct? You won the Litecoin Monday. Oh yeah, this Monday, tomorrow morning, we will be giving away some Litecoin. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, and you could be the winner of some Litecoin. That is for sure. Compliments for CKJ because I received. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. CKJ because I received the LTC, a fair channel. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Means the world to me. Doing okay. I'm glad to hear that, Loco. And actually, I got a really quick shout out list here. I just want to get this over with really quick. Mr. Myong, good points today on the earlier video. Muhammad, Victor, Crypto, Larican, Tony, Gradisa, Tim McCracken, Walski, of course, the #1 original CKJ Alliance member from way back in the day when I had 200 subscribers. Carlos P. Peck, come here. Uh-oh. Why does he want to bark as soon as I want to start live streaming? Carlos P., Peter Voss, Seth, and a special shout out to a new member, aka Action 316 and Jones. So that's the quick shout out list of how to do really quick. And don't forget Chucky Loco, who's been very supportive, and it's been a hell of a ride, that's for sure. Jamad87, be a good dog. Pickle, come on, man, don't be doing that right when I'm live streaming, buddy. Pickle, sit. Bear with me, people. I apologize. Pickle wants to show off. He's getting restless. Be a good dog, Pickle. Be a good dog. Be a good dog. Yeah, my luck. Anyway, Crypto Pioneers, a lot has been going on actually lately. I've been receiving a lot of good news about some things. I do believe the channel is going to go in a new direction. We picked up some support. Our hard work has actually not gone unnoticed. We will have some big things in store for the crypto community. I can't really say too much, but let's just say I'm very, very excited. I got some really good news today. I think people are starting to appreciate the research, so it's all working out. That's for sure. It's all working out. Ain't that right, Pickle? We might be able to get you a diamond leash. Anyway, diamond leash. Anyway, so pretty much that's the articles right there that we're going to talk about. We're going to go into the first one right now. Another milestone reached as Ripple XRP works towards mass adoption. And this is huge because I kind of really didn't. I heard about the Xpring initiative, but I really didn't read the article. I've been really, really busy. But when this article came out today, I said, let me go ahead and see what's going on with this Xpring is. And this is actually huge. Since launching in 2013, Ripple XRP has focused immensely on revolutionizing the financial industry using blockchain technology. Ripple has achieved remarkable success through its Xcurrent, Xrapid, and Xvia payment solutions, which are finding increasing favor among fintechs today. Of course they are. Despite the success of Ripple's functionality products, the financial sector, the digital assets attract a lot of criticism for not being decentralized. It's pretty much haters. I'm not even going to read that part. Pickle, be a good dog. Be a good dog. We're going to go down right here to the most important part. Right here. Xpring. Ripple's solution to ICOs. As a matter of fact, this actually really reminds me when Brad Garlinghouse was doing like a little interview on one of them channels where they were asking him questions and he had to give like 1 or 2 word answers. And they asked him about ICOs and he said scams or frauds. Like these guys in high positions pretty much, they plan everything they do. That's going to lead us to this one article right here I was kind of talking about. Basically right here, you know, I hate to jump around, but basically, as an investor, knowledge is what makes or breaks you. When researching this material, I do what I always do, follow the money. And okay, right here, this actually goes to what I was just saying about the Brad Garlinghouse. I personally have never understood why so many dismiss the possibility that the richest and most powerful people on the planet strategize collectively on how to create more wealth and power for themselves. So, and that brings us to the Xpring article. And I remember watching a small clip. Y'all might remember it if you've been following crypto for a while, when they asked Brad Garlinghouse about ICOs and he said frauds and scams. And they were actually just trying to create a scenario because they, at that time, they possibly knew that they were going to come out with Xpring. I mean, they didn't just, hey, come up with this idea last week. This is probably maybe a year in the working or months in the working. This is their answer to ICOs. So create FUD, and I'm not saying Ripple created FUD, but basically ICOs have forever changed the way startups and entrepreneurs raise funds. With records of startups launching on ICOs before they have working product, debates still loom over the damage ICOs have done to traditional venture capital systems. So, while that is ongoing, Ripple has launched an initiative for startups with a different method of fundraising. Xpring. Now, this is what Xpring is. This is huge. Pronounce spring. Okay, pronounce spring. With Spring, Ripple, Ripple would fund startups rather than raising funds themselves via crowdfunding. I mean, this is kind of huge. Some people might still want to invest earlier in ICOs because they think once you get in early, like Bitcoin, you can make a hell of a lot of profits. But then again, they say 75% of ICOs wasn't successful. And I think actually the window has got very small as far as the companies that have gained momentum. Like, we're here now. Ripple's here. This is huge. Like, it's still under $1. This is amazing. And they're pretty much, like the article said, reached as Ripple works towards mass adoption. And this is huge. A series of projects and companies and entrepreneurs, Spring will provide capital funds for startups and projects that make use of XRP and open source XRP Ledger blockchain. So we're pretty much going to have a whole lot of startups that will be funded by XRP. And instead of trying to raise funds from people and taking advantage of people, and even if they don't have a working product that could take forever to come out, I'm pretty sure they're going to have some kind of way to determine if this project really deserves funding or not. So this could really eliminate all the scams and frauds. And not to mention, pretty much make XRP be a heavyweight in the game as far as planting XRP and crypto seeds in every direction. This is huge news, crypto pioneers. Trading performances of Ripple. Pretty much that's going to be the price talk and everything. But this is pretty much the main article right here. ICOs have forever changed. That's for sure. Sandy Pozo, good doggy. Yeah. He's like, here's something outside. He's barking. He's acting up. Maybe I should have gave him a Scooby snack or something. Calm him down a little bit. So we got that article right here. And that's kind of leads to me this article right here. Ethereum could be the next Apple. And we did mention this article the other day. But after reading the Spring XRP article, this article right here actually made a lot more sense to me. It made sense before, but it really lets me know that Ripple has a lot more use cases than we actually even thought. They're saying that I read an article about 2 ICOs that came out on Ripple. Blockchain platform Ethereum could be the next Apple. Matter of fact, can I take out the word Ethereum and put Ripple? Blockchain platform Ripple could be the next Apple. Of an iconic tech company co-founder said this week. Steve Wozniak made his bullish prediction in front of 5,000 people at this week's We Are Developed conference in Vienna. And basically, Ethereum interests me because we can do many things and because it's a platform. It's the same thing I just said about the Ripple article. He said, adding that it could prove to be as influential as Apple. And this is what really interests me right here about this one. At present, Apple has a market cap of $921 billion. And that's huge. Pretty much 10 years ago when Apple first came out, if they said we were inching close to $1 trillion market cap, nobody would have ever believed that. And that's why I clearly say that Ripple can easily reach $1 trillion market cap. This is a huge company. I mean, this is the future. We're talking about a global economy here. So basically, there's going to be a few $1 trillion market caps. As of right now, Amazon, Apple, and is it Google? I believe Amazon, Google, and Apple are pretty much all around this number right here, 900 billion, and they're actually racing to see who will reach the first $1 trillion market cap. Actually, it's kind of funny because what did Ripple just say? came in there, and actually that's exactly that's exactly what we're in, the time frame we're in right now. For example, this kind of reminds me of the Binance article, where Binance made $800 million in 8 months. And they compared that to Germany's biggest bank, the Deutsche Bank, that it's been open for 144 years, and they have never came nowhere close. Binance was more profitable in 8 months than a 144-year-old bank. So basically, if we look at that scenario in the time frame of how the crypto world is, and we apply that to Ripple or some of these other cryptos, we're going to blow these traditional companies out of the water. That is for sure. So that's on that article right there. And basically, what they're saying about Ethereum and why it can relate to the new Xpring initiative, because Ethereum is like the Microsoft computer, or we're going to say Ripple now. Ripple is like the Microsoft computer. We got the technology that was built, and then you have add-ons. Like, for example, we have Microsoft computer, and then they added Facebook. They added, Google, Twitter. Like, we have an original program, and then we have add-on programs to that. And that's what Ripple has become with the Xpring article right here. That's for sure. Yeah, good dog. Oh, man. He's a good dog, Pickle. He's a good dog. This live stream is going to suck if my dog is going to bark the whole time. By chance, could Ripple remove XRP from the exchanges and come out on an IPO? By chance, could Ripple remove exchanges on an IPO? I don't know. I'm going to have to do a little research on that one, that's for sure. Let me see what else is in here. Tim Mullins. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Mick, by chance. Okay. Chucky Loco and Sandra V. Okay. So we pretty much covered them articles right there. Ethereum could be the next Apple, Steve Wozniak. And this is what really excited me. We kind of covered this earlier or last night. Barry Selbert, pretty much. I know I didn't get rid of that one article, did I? Barry Selbert right here pretty much is the founder of DCG Group. And this group right here, and this guy, Barry Selbert, we looked him up. He's one of the earliest investors in Coinbase and the earliest investor in Ripple. And pretty much he just got his BIT license from the New York, he got his BIT license in New York to operate pretty much a crypto exchange fund where the SEC has approved Ripple and approved Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, and they've been approved to deal with these and do business through these. So that pretty much brought me to the Federal Reserve controls Coinbase, CoinDesk, Kraken. The heading of this, the title is a little far-fetched, but it's a huge article. I did tweet this. I highly recommend anybody check this article out. My previous article focuses on more central banker connections with Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. However, I felt that exposing more of their connections is warranted. As an investor, knowledge is what makes or breaks you. Knowledge is what makes or breaks you. When researching this material, I do what I always do. I follow the money. And that's my motto. I mean, I've drunk so much coffee today. If you imagine, now we won't read that part, but right here. I personally have never understood why so many dismiss the possibility that the richest and most powerful people on the planet strategize collectively on how to create more wealth and power for themselves. And then they go into Jamie Dimon spreading FUD on Bitcoin right around the time Bitcoin future contracts were mentioned. Why I get many dismiss this notion since within the media, these financial tycoons act confused over cryptocurrencies, often discussing their future potential or something theoretically in both good and bad ways. The truth is it's all a smokescreen. Practically everything related to cryptocurrencies and cross-chain platforms, payment systems has central bank funding as its roots. They were in on it from day one. Exactly, of course they was. AXA Strategic Ventures, the investment arm of AXA Group, whose CEO, Henry D. Castries, is also the chairman of Bilderberg Group, is considered a primary investor in Blockstream, having donated $55 million. Barry Silver sits on the board of Blockstream, is the owner of Bitcoin Investment Trust, and most importantly is the CEO and founder of Digital Currency Group. And these are the people that just got approved through the SEC. Damn it, why did I get rid of that article? Matter of fact, here, let me pull it back up. I'm going to just pull this one article back up really quick, because this is actually a huge article. We looked at Coinbase and Ripple Investor, basically right there. Surprised I didn't know. Here it is right here. This is the article right here. It pretty much lets you know how much the small circle of players is. Genesis Global Trading has been honored to become the first trading company to be granted a state trading license. To me, as far as I'm concerned, Ripple has been approved by the SEC behind this article. We know there's a small group of players that are probably all at dinner right now, laughing on how they keep spreading FUD and getting the price down. And these guys have made so much money, it's ridiculous. Genesis Global Trading has been honored to become the first trading company to be granted a state trading license. The trading firm mainly focuses on institutional buyers, and we looked this company up. There's a $75,000 minimum to even play with these guys. This is like playing with the big boys here. And that's why they're getting things done. Because of the connections they have. The trading firm mainly focuses on institutional buyers. The platform gives access to block size liquidity for high net worth individuals. But if you go down here, the BIT license gives Genesis Global Trading the power to offer buying and selling services of varied digital assets. And Genesis is registered with the Securities Exchange Commission. This is huge. The SEC, as well as FINRA, as a broker-dealer, it is fully owned subsidiary of Digital Currency Group. The DCG is a company that has roots deep, very deep. We just covered that in this other article. Having investment spending in over 30 countries. And actually, if you follow me, we did the live stream yesterday. This company right here is invested in Coinbase. They're invested in Ripple. They own, Coin Media. I think it's like Coin Telegraph. I forget what it's called. I wish I would have left that article up too. But I didn't want to talk about the same thing again. So we covered that in the prior video. So that's a huge article right there. That's for sure. So we're uncovering a lot of huge players in a very small circle. Dino Spravo. Yo, CKJ, what up, my brother? How you doing, my friend? Crypto Cash Monkeys. Beast. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Mick, what's going on? How you doing? Jerry C. TRX. What the F? Juba. Hello, CKJ. Do you think X-Rapid adoption means high price? 100% sure. Thanks. I'm 1,000% sure that we are planting Ripple crypto seeds in every direction. This is going to be huge. Matter of fact, I just pulled it up right here. This is huge right here. Genesis Global Trading receives New York Bit license. Ripple, XRP, and Litecoin LTC approved as trading instruments. This is like a if people miss the bus on this one, oh my gosh, you're gonna miss a huge opportunity. Basically, right there. And this is where we did the research on Genesis Global. Basically, this Barry Silbert is the founder of this, and he's the earliest investor in Coinbase and Ripple. And pretty much they say right here that Genesis is registered with the Securities Exchange Commission. And so that pretty much says that Ripple has been granted the green light on it's not a security. And it registered right here with the Securities Exchange Commission. That's going to be huge. That's for sure. And I highly recommend anybody read this article right here. I did tweet it. Federal Reserve controls Coinbase. And for the person right here that says Ripple going to make it, Federal Reserve Task Force, Ripple improves speed and transparency of global payments. And I don't even want to have to Google Chris Larson. We've been covering Chris Larson. He's been backing people for like 2 decades. He's been all for peer-to-peer lending. He's fought the SEC before, and I do believe that he went a different direction this time to get crypto to the people. He basically said it took 3 to 5 years to get banks to warm up to the Ripple ledger, and they will be using XRP. Western Union, MoneyGram is piloting XRP. We have Walmart's the World, who actually started revolutionary fees. Because we did the research on MoneyGram before. It cost $90 to send upwards of $2,500. Now you can send $2,500 for $15. And there's no brainer. They're using XRP. They're using the Ripple technology for that. There's no way they could have the price drastically drop that low without Ripple. That's for sure. And we already know that Walmart and MoneyGram are partners. We know MoneyGram is piloting XRapid. So, I mean, we just have to connect the dots a little bit. Because you see, these guys are sneaky as hell. They're doing a lot of things behind the scenes. These guys are very, very sneaky and doing a lot of things behind the scene. Hold on, where'd they go? Oh, Coinbase and Ripple investor Barry Silbert has scored a 9-figure fortune. And this is actually huge. Barry Silbert, 41, known on Wall Street for building Second Market, the exchange for tough trading assets, mostly stakes his private tech companies that become popular in the age of unicorns. By the time he sold his Second Market to NASDAQ, oh yeah, NASDAQ is pretty much teamed up with Gemini. Gemini is a cryptocurrency exchange who got their license also. These entities are receiving their BIT licenses now. If you watch Banking on Bitcoin, and I highly recommend that, it pretty much lays out how far we've actually come. If you watch Banking on Bitcoin to see some of the drama or trouble these guys have went through to get approved, to be regulated, to be shut down, to open it back up, we have started to gain mainstream acceptance. That's for sure. This is huge. Whew. Okay. So let's see where we're at now. Tom Mullins, how you doing, my friend? Flooring guy, what is the worst case scenario for XRP and investors? The worst case scenario, you know what the worst case scenario is? And I said this before. Bad news is good news. Bad news is good news with Ripple. When Ripple was peaked at $3 to $4, I originally got in Ripple at 28 cents. And then it shot up to $4. I was like, whoa. And then it shot back down to 48 cents. And I was happy then. Everybody's like, oh no, the price dropped. Well, bad news is the price was down. The good news is the price was down. You could get them for $2 for $1. The worst case scenario is the price could drop. You could buy a lot more and it shoots right back up. I don't think there is no such thing as a worst case scenario with Ripple. There's no way. There's no way. Have you been following my channel for a while, Flooring? Nah, you haven't, because it's the first time I've seen your name. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know we're in store for something huge. This revolution is going to be televised, and it's going to be televised through CKJ Crypto News. We're like got huge momentum. Huge. We got billionaires backing us. Everybody's partnering with the world. There is no worst case scenario. Like this video. Oh, please, everybody, like the video. Thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to CKJ. It means the world to me. Oh, family first. One of my original CKJ Alliance members. Thank you for tuning in. Good to see you, my friend. Tim Jones. How you doing? Kim Ankerson. Worst case scenario that Ripple's partners does not use XRP, and that is still possible. Kim Ankerson, you was in here the other day talking that negativity, and now you're still back talking negativity? Are you kidding me? Worst case scenario that Ripple's partners do not use XRP. Well, Brad Garlinghouse already said that Western Union, MoneyGram is piloting XRP. We got this guy right here, Barry Silbert, who's an early investor in Ripple, early investor in Coinbase, and this guy right here, he's going to make sure that he gets huge returns on his investment. He's not a billionaire by making foolish decisions. If he backed XRP and Ripple, he knows what he's doing. That's for sure. Follow the money. Exactly like this article says right here. Follow the money. There he is right there. Look, he's still young too. I'm going to follow everything he does. That's for sure. I was trying to find. Oh, yeah, and guess what? And that's exactly what I said. When this guy was an earlier investor in Ripple, and he was an early investor in Coinbase, and people thought he was probably nuts. They thought he was nuts. What the hell are you investing in Ripple for? What the hell are you investing in Coinbase? Where everybody laughed at him probably. And guess what now? The BIT license gives Genesis Global Trading the power to offer buyers selling in various digital assets. And by the way, Genesis is registered, and this is for you, Aiken. Genesis is registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission. They were approved. It's time for the party. That's for sure. Financial freedom. We will have it. Sean Turner, the revolution will be televised on CKJ Crypto News. Kendrick Jacobs. What up, CKJ? How you doing, my friend? Mick. X. Prizzle. My initial. Xpring. Come on, CKJ. Not trying to be negative. I have tons of XRP. I just say better to be honest about it. Yeah, believe it or not, that's what I'm being. Straight 100% honest. This is what my research has led me to believe. Every day there's bullish news on XRP. There's like no negative news at all, but only negative news by people that create negative news. What if XRP? Don't. Nah, let me stop. I'm just joking with you. I joke a lot. Don't mind me. But come on, like, go to my playlist and hit play. Matter of fact, pop some popcorn. Go to my playlist on Ripple, hit play, sit back, and by the time you're in 5 minutes in your first video, you're gonna be like on that computer like they do on that one video where he's like, hurry up and buy. Oh man. All right. Whew, okay. Every Drill Bit Taylor, good to see you, my friend. Every talks about these coins go down. If BitConnect tokens still have value, I'm not worried about BTC or XRP. That's what I say. People be like, oh, this coin made the exchange. Well, BitConnect made the exchange. BitConnect's not to talk about it, but the exchanges aren't regulated, unless not so lately, not so recently, not until we got heavyweights who sling about $500 million around. Barry Silbert would like to tell you different. He says the SEC has his back. He's selling XRP with their approval. It's regulated. This is huge. That's for sure. And guess what else they're doing? Now Ripple is taking over. Oh my gosh. Like this article right here is like so huge. I don't think people understand how big this is. Another milestone reached as Ripple XRP works towards mass adoption. Like we got XCurrent, we got XRapid, we got XVIA. And now what they're saying is, hey, if you got an ICO and if you got a really good idea, we will support your ICO through the Spring Initiative. ICOs forever changed the way startups and entrepreneurs raise funds. And you know why Ripple is blanketing this whole market like this? I'll tell you why. It's because there's a very small group of players that's making moves. We pretty much covered this right here. Barry Silbert, 400 million worth. Coinbase and Ripple investor Barry Silbert has scored a 9-figure fortune. And you know how he scored that? By being an early investor in Ripple and being an early investor in these guys are actually really going to probably turn out to be some of the richest men in the world. Matter of fact, they already are. Matter of fact, Chris Larson, took the #1 spot on being the richest man in the world. This technology is revolutionary. Ever since Binance made $800 million in 8 months, you got every financial institutions in the world stand up to take a look. And actually, this says that in this article right here too, actually. Let me see. I can't remember what it is. I read so many articles, but every financial institution is starting to stand up and take a look. That's for sure. And this guy is huge, big time mover and shaker. Let me see. Silbert Company is made up of 3 components: a venture capital arm, and that has invested in prominent crypto-related businesses like Coinbase and Ripple. Speculation on digital currencies and operating businesses like asset management from Grayscale. He owns Grayscale too, which runs the publicly traded Bitcoin investment, publicly traded, Bitcoin Investment Trust. I'm going to have to check into that too. And this is why I love doing research, because once you start reading these articles, it branches off into other articles that you can find more and more facts, more and more players, who's more involved. And I mean, these guys are, there's something else. They're operating on like strategic levels, and this is how they make their money. And that goes back to right here, this original article right here. Where is it at? Where the hell did that article go? Yeah, right here, exactly what they're saying. I personally have never understood how so many people dismiss the possibility that the richest and most powerful people on the planet plan collectively on how to create more wealth and power for themselves. This is what they do. I mean, come on, how is it that some of the earliest investors in Ripple and Coinbase, they're all becoming the richest people? All these companies are getting their bit licenses. Now the SEC is starting to approve them. Like, imagine if these guys would have invested in Ripple and Ripple went out of business 5 years ago. Then that would have messed up their reputation as investing in companies that didn't make it. They don't have a reputation for that. They have a reputation of success. Chris Larson has started several successful startups that all reached billionaire status. Like Chris Larson, whatever he touches turns to gold. He's the founder of Ripple. Whew. All right, Drillbit Tony, Drillbit Taylor, crypto will make the first trillionaires, and that's exactly what I'm saying. If Google don't watch it, and matter of fact, no wonder Google right now, Google, Apple, and Amazon are racing for the $1 trillion spot, right? The crypto market hit a $560 billion like almost overnight. No wonder Google would say, okay, hold on, we got to ban crypto ads and this and that. Because guess what? Crypto is about to blow them out the water. Whoever's the first company to reach $1 trillion market, you're going to go down in history. And we're going to see multiple $1 trillion companies in the future. We're a global economy. This ain't 1973. This ain't Swift. This ain't the 60s no more. Like, we're a global economy. The whole world is operating pretty much going to be on one device soon, all on the same ledger. And that's what they're saying about the technology is revolutionary as far as sending money. We've been using Swift since the internet invention. We've mastered sending information and this and that, but we have not mastered sending money, and that's what we're working on right now. So, family first. Ripple running a perfect execution of operations for adoption is genius. I like that. You hear what Family First says? I repeat it. Ripple running a perfect execution of operations for adoptions is genius. Matter of fact, I'm going to put that in my first sentence right here on the description of the video. Well said, family. That's for sure. Everybody in here, please smash some thumbs up if you haven't hit the thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to CKJ Crypto News. Only problem we will wish we got more. That's exactly what I said. The only problem we wish we would have got originally more. And everybody right now is crying, oh, the price is down. When will it move? When will it move? Forget about the price being down. Take this opportunity to invest, to increase your position, to largen your portfolio. Increase your position in Ripple. I'm not a financial advisor, but that's what I'm doing. That's for sure. Like, the proof is in the partnerships, and this is why I cover Ripple so much. Ripple will be #1. Let me see. Only problem, okay, Chucky Loco. Let me see. I agree with Robert Lee. Robert Lee. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, Diane Corns, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome to the live stream. Kendrick Jacobs, how many years to peak? We're already peaking. We're moving. Ripple sat at 2 to 3 cents for what? 3 years, 4 years, and then we went up to 20 cents. Then we hit 28 cents, and then we shot up to $4 damn near. We're pretty much at a level right now. Like, I'm almost thinking any day, especially after this Genesis article right here came out. Any day. Time is running out, that's for sure. We already had after the G20 summit where they said all nations should embrace blockchain technology. That's for sure. Tumo Cash buying more XRP right now on sale. Damn right. It will be all good in 2 years. XRP 20. Okay, Kim. Now I'm hearing some positivity out of you. There we go. You can do it. Huh? You gotta believe. You gotta believe. That's for sure. We've done all the research. We've done it. Simon Mascot. No way. 150 to 250. We're gonna kill them prices right there. Way higher. Jeremy Needham. Chance of a lifetime. I love that. Say it one more time for him, Jeremy. Albert Horton. This is live now. Yeah, we're live. Sean Turner. Who will get to $1 first? Who? Ha! That's so funny. The thing is, any crypto can be listed on the exchange. Exchanges are not regulated. They can list a chocolate chip cookie on the exchange. That's for sure. And especially, sometimes if you're on Binance, I might purchase a high volume of something. And let's just say if you got 3,000 to 4,000 of something, and once you go to that sale order and you try to sell 100% of your token, your order doesn't automatically sell. It goes to a pending sale. That's if somebody actually wants to pick up the amount you're trying to sell. So then you can say, okay, I'm going to cancel transaction, and then I'm going to go try to hit 50%. And you'll be lucky if somebody picks up 50% of your order. You're only going to be able to sell something if other people are actually interested in it. And especially if everybody hits that sale at the same time, it's going to crash the price and nothing's going to happen. The exchange in the back of somebody's minivan is not going to be able to support what they got going on. Not without an actual working product. Anyway, enough about that. Oh, Mr. Meow, good to see you. How you doing? Let's give you a shout out in the beginning of the video. XRP will be #1 because all the currency, especially crypto, will have to go through XRP Ledger. Damn right. To cross country within seconds, and now that you can build off a ledger. Yeah, exactly. That's the article we covered right there. Pretty much huge article. Another milestone reaches Ripple. XRP works towards mass adoption. And Xpring, or it's actually Spring, X is silent. ICOs have forever changed the way startups and entrepreneurs raise funds, with records of startups launching ICOs before they have a working product. There we go. Maybe some people should hear that line right there that's in the room. ICOs have never forever changed the way startups and entrepreneurs raise funds, with records of startups launching on ICOs before they ever have a working product. Debates still loom over the damage, and this is what upsets me, and this is why I try to cover the most realist, accurate news, because there's so many scams out there, and it's wrong. It's wrong to take advantage of people. It really bothers me. And like I said in the past, that's why I became a paralegal. When I worked at the law office, I couldn't stand to see people taken advantage of. We study case law, we do research, we dig into the case, and there's always flaws in the case. There's always errors. You can always find something that's just not right in the case, because we're basically going on guidelines and rules here of how people should conduct themselves. And it's easy to see a scam a mile away. And what's going on? Ripple has launched an initiative for startups with a different method of fundraising. Xpring, pronounced Spring, so now we all know it's Spring. With Spring, Ripple would fund startups rather than raising funds themselves via crowdfunding. According to Ripple, Spring will not only invest in and provide grants to serious projects, and this is why this is huge. Because if you got a serious project that's really real, and you come to them, they're going to fund you, but they're also going to review your project just to make sure it's not a scam. And companies run by proven... Damn. Let me take a drink. This is exactly what I was saying about the research we researched right here. Companies run by proven entrepreneurs. Like, just not anybody's going to come through there. We're going to check their past. We're going to check their resume. We're going to make sure that they haven't ripped people off in the past. Like, they're going to do a lot of homework. And it's homework time. The Wild Wild West days of cryptos where anybody can start any project is over. Like, we got some last minute guys taking advantage of people, but that's not going to go down like that for much longer, that's for sure. Xpring will provide capital funds to startups and projects that make use of XRP and the open source XRP Ledger blockchain technology. Alright, let me go back to just talking regular. I apologize. I get really excited and really hyped. Alright, so let's see where we're at here in the group. Diane, so basically a certified, hold on, what's going on here? Possibly that we go down through the support lines of BTC. Thanks for now. See y'all. Alright, Kim, have a good night. Kendrick Jacobs, how many coins will be released for XRP is totaled. Totaled. Sean Chafin quoted Robert Lee, start up a super chat so we can support your channel. Oh, that would be huge. I'm actually working on that. That would be huge. I've seen the super chat going on with the teenage investor. And I will say shout out to the teenage investor. He has come a long way. Damn, am I not in the camera anymore? Did I move things around here? Let me see what's going on. Yeah, shout out to teenage investor. He has actually came a really, really long way as far as I'm not even in the camera no more, really. Let me see. Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. Got all messed up right there. Yeah, shout out to teenage investor. He's actually came a really long way as far as knowing all his Ripple information. He has done his homework, that's for sure. And I do have seen him on the super chat where he people do donate to his channel. That's really huge. I would love to have a situation like that. Like CKJ says, a nice and probable last chance to buy cheap. Sander V. What up, man? Just sub today. Sargio, how you doing, my friend? So he basically, okay, Crypto Sniper. Where is this? Oh, Lena said the super chat. Okay, here we go. CKJ, you need to set up a super chat so we can support your channel. Oh, that would be huge. That would be great. I will look into that, my friend. They will use XRP direct from Marcus Treacher Ripple. Baby, open the door so Pickle stop barking. Pickle. Pickle. That sucks. Come here. Come here. Alright, I apologize for my dog barking in the middle of the chat. I'm probably... Baby, open the door so he'll stop barking. Thank you. Alrighty, crypto pioneers. I'm probably going to have to end this live stream about now. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. It means the world.